Hello. So I'm here just to talk about how this code works. So this is just an extra credit assignment on from class, and so what this does is this is called weird sort. What it does is it's going to take these random numbers and it's going to sort them and print them out. As you can see down here, when I pre-executed it, but I can execute it again. Noticeably, you can see that it's relatively slow for a computer, and this I'll explain why in a second, but it's interesting. So what happens is we obviously have public static void main string args. That's just how you start the program. And any Java program. So we import the exception, we import files to look at a file, and we import path to get a path to the file. So we're going to try to take input from the user, and if that doesn't work, we are going to print it out to tell them right here, IO exception E. It is just basically saying, hey, if this is not what we want, tell the user, right? The user would be me in this case, but anybody who runs this program would tell. Well, so then we get a for each loop. The for each loop takes from, so what it's going to do is going to take from files, is going to take a line from this, right? This, it's going to take a file, it's going to take a line from this file, and by getting a path from it, a path to the file, and the file name, unsorted numbers.txt. It's going to take all that and it's going to put it into map.toInt using a stream API, and it's going to grab that, it's going to create a stream instance, turn it into an integer, a number, right, and parsing it, by parsing it, and then it's going to do toArray. toArray puts into an array, like a list, but not an array list, but like a list, and it's going to sort the information automatically. So you notice here the first line that it would take is 5, but 5 when printed is not the first thing popping up. 2 is, because it sorts from least to greatest, or at least it prints out least to greatest because of how it's sorted. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a new thread, and the new thread, or what a thread is it's an execution in a program. So this thread, different threads have different priorities, but this thread is going to execute at .start. This is what this thread's going to do right here. But .start is the method that lets the thread execute. So it's going to try to do this stuff in here. If it cannot, it's going to take the exception. So what it does in here is we grab the thread and we use .sleep. So we're going to tell it to sleep for 1,000 times the current milliseconds. So we're going to do it by the current times 1,000 milliseconds. So if it was 2 times 1,000, 2,000 milliseconds, we'd wait before printing it out. 3,000, 4,000, etc. right, per each number. And so if the thread ever gets interrupted, we then get an exception, and we tell the user, hey, the thread got interrupted while it was sleeping, so it didn't work properly. We can't do everything you wanted. So, and you have to redo the program. Well, or replay the program. So system.out.println, this gets the element in this array, right, and it prints it out. This specifically, I'm not sure is why here, because although I understand that this would combine it to a string, if I remove it, it really does. It still prints out the information, but as I can just show you. But it will. What it does is it combines it to a string, so that when you print it, it's not being, I guess, parsed. Well, will be it's not parsed in the print line. It's parsed inside here before the print line. But as you see there, everything works fine. Ooh, put that back. I believe that is everything. Let's see. It's a for each loop, text file. Here's a little summary down here that I was just writing out so I could, in case I ever had any questions or forgot something, I could look at it. But if you want to go a little more in depth into the exact order of things, this explains it fairly well. This just here explains some of the more minute things that I had to remember. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye bye!